Oh, that's not. All right.
That should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we're live.
We're live.
Yes, we are. No idea.
Hopefully you guys can hear.
That was a really big slurp that you
That
just
was a
made.
big slurp.
Yeah.
Hi, Mary.
Can you hear us?
Why are we yelling?
I have no idea because it's been a while. I feel
Ugh.
like, well, no, it's been 2 weeks since we sat down with some folks.
Yeah. So
Happy New Year. Hello, hello. Welcome. You've never made it for the lives. Well, congratulations. You made it today. We are very happy to see you.
hello, Gilbert.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Good
Hi,
to see you all.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out for a minute, let people arrive. Hi, Star. Happy New Year. And Gary Boston's here.
Can we make this
Lila Styles.
Can we make the full screen?
Can we what full screen?
Like the whole thing so I can see like the chat and stuff.
Is that better for you? That's about as full screen as
Okay, I guess that'll have to
that's
do.
as full screen as we're
All
getting
right.
today.
Okay, good thing I put my contacts
right.
in. Welcome to the Poop Show. Hello, friends.
How's everyone
This is
doing today?
exciting. I can't keep up with the chat. All of you folks saying hello. Scrappy Angel is here.
Oh,
hello,
hi.
Angel.
Greetings
Wonderful.
from France. Hello,
Wow,
Thomas.
bonjour.
Hi, Helen. Oh, Ray, you can discuss your face.
My face. So Helen wants to know if I cleaned up for the live. As much as I love you all, I did not. I had to shave it off for work because I needed to wear a respirator that fits snug, and my big bushy beard was getting in the way. So I am clean shaven. The beard will be back probably next year.
So,
What was that look for?
I have no idea.
Oh. So Kevin, yeah.
So we'll do a little bit of a catch up. So we did not podcast last week. If you don't follow us on Instagram, we had posted there. I got COVID.
You did.
So the Monday after our last live, I started having symptoms, and we were able to get a at-home test. So on Wednesday last week, or the Wednesday before Christmas, I was able to take the test, and I tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So that was what, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after, or something like that.
That was your sickest. Those
were the worst feeling days that I had. I had a fever for about 3 or 4 days, and I maxed out at 102.5 one of those days.
Yeah.
So we did nothing for Christmas. We did nothing for New Year's. New Year's Eve, we were actually in bed at 11, and then fireworks went off at 11:45. So we got out of bed with the dog and hung out until about 12:30.
Yeah.
So we did get to do a little cheers with some wine.
Some rosé, which we typically don't drink, but my mom bought us a bottle for Christmas, which was really nice. She made a little basket for us. And so we cracked it open and we had some rosé.
Yeah. And I still have some symptoms. I'm still tired. Like yesterday, I woke up and I had a pretty good morning. And by the late afternoon, I was pretty wiped out. I'm pretty tired today.
But you've been doing a lot.
Yeah, I've been trying to do more. Things. Like it was really difficult. So the move goal on my watch, I was struggling to hit it on a daily basis over the last 2 weeks. So yesterday was a day that I did probably the most that I've done in 2 weeks. And I think I'm out of quarantine. So I left the house to go to stores twice so far.
Yeah, you went on on New Year's Eve, Friday.
New Year's Eve I went, and then today I went and did some grocery shopping. I'm just trying to get like my stamina back.
Yeah, slowly. It takes time.
So that's kind of how our 2 weeks have been. There's been a decent amount of knitting. We're not going to talk about current knitting.
No.
We're going to talk today about our favorite things that we've knit and favorite purchases from 2021.
Some of our favorite some of our things.
We did that this time last year, and I thought it went really well.
Me too. We had a lot of fun.
It was good to kind of like reminisce and
totally
see some stuff again. Oh, hello, Fiber Hustle boys.
Hello, boys. And we'd like to hear some of your favorite things too, as we go and start showing some things. We have a lot. We brought like 5 each of our favorite knits.
Yes.
This year, a couple of our favorite bags.
Yeah, some of our favorite purchases.
It's hard though because I love bags.
Yeah,
it's really hard, and these are by far like I think they're all the bags are good. But
Yeah, I love
these are the ones that like
these are
stuck
some of my
out.
favorites.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, Tarquin was very nice to have. Him and I cuddled quite a bit. What's really good about this too is so like one of the benefits of COVID is that our work,
Kevin's insurance didn't cover my nursing services, so it's a private
he
pay.
barely took care of me.
Oh, shut up. I certainly did.
His mother and father were great. His mom made me macaroni and cheese. Oh, that's the other thing, guys. I still cannot taste or smell, so that really sucks.
Yeah.
Like I get a whiff of something here or there, or I get like a taste of something, but I don't have either. No, I would say maybe like 5% smell, 5% taste. So it's really been crappy.
It's been up to me to tell him
Michael
how terrible he smells.
from Piece for Piece Crafting. Hi, Michael.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Clarice.
But Tarquin's been him and I hung out a lot, and then with work, my job, we've been working from home because we've had so many COVID cases in the office that they've allowed us to work from home. So I only had to take one full day off of work. The rest of it, I've been able to work from home. So it was really, that's like one of the benefits of COVID times is that our workplaces have adjusted and we're able to work from home.
Yeah.
I did not get a booster. Ray did get a booster.
I did. I felt great. I still feel great. I'm tired just because life and work. But no, I felt really good. I got nervous in the beginning, but no, I was just boosted. I want to say maybe a month and a half ago.
Yeah, I think so.
And I feel good. I took a test too, negative.
Yeah, you were negative. I was positive. So
yep.
We can pinpoint the source of the infections. We went to the Saturday night prior to our live, we had a busy day. We went to our nephew's birthday party, and then we went to a coworker's house for a Christmas get together with maybe like
my coworker,
your coworker, with maybe I think there were 12 of us total.
Mm-hmm.
One of them ended up getting COVID the next day, that Sunday, and then I got it, and we were the only two out of everybody who was there who tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, I don't know what the two of them did prior.
We did not do anything. Stop getting.
Kidding. Okay.
Whatever the word
so
is.
We've got some folks in here, I think.
Yeah. So let's start talking about our favorites from 2021.
Okay.
I'm going to go first because I'm wearing one of my favorites.
Go for it.
So my Ivan sweater cardigan from Brooklyn Tweed, Veronique Avery. This was is a worsted weight sweater knit out of Knit Picks Simply Wool Worsted.
Well, you're really prepared. You've got
I am prepared
and everything. I do not.
So this is the Ivan sweater.
Maybe I should.
It is a beautiful cardigan that is knit in pieces and then sewn together. What I like about it is just the construction of it. I like that I learned a lot of new techniques in it. Some fashion decreases, which I've never done. I've never pieced together a sweater. I did struggle with it. So I think that's another reason why it's one of my favorites, because I struggled and I persevered and I pushed through and figured things out. Mm-hmm. It was my first time doing an inset sleeve. So I was really happy with the way that this seam turned out. The yarn.
Hi, Gary. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, hi, Gary.
Gary, sorry to hear you had one of those.
We had the same thing.
Christmases.
Oh man, it's so awful.
Yeah. All right, continue. Sorry.
So the sleeve was difficult. If you guys remember, I emailed Brooklyn Tweed because I didn't read the pattern properly. But I'm just so happy with it. I think it's a great oversized sweater.
Yeah, you wear it a lot.
I wear it. It's kind of sweatshirty, but a cardigan. It's quite warm. It's 3/4 length, so it covers most of my arm. Great with a long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
So this is definitely one of my favorites, and I really do. I love this yarn.
Yeah, it really is so nice and like rustic but soft at the same time. Joe says that your slip extravaganza is the favorite. That totally would have made they both would have made the cut, but they were last year.
Yeah, so those were 2020 knits.
Yeah, so we talked about those, I think, on our favorites. So we couldn't talk about those this year.
It definitely my top. It may be my top knit ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this for 2021, this was just it was a work, man. and I'm just so happy with the way that it turned out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can show one. I'm just gonna go in the pile. These are in no particular order.
These are one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Like,
this is totally the yarn because the pattern is just a simple pattern. This is Shirley Bryant yarn in her deconstructed fade. This was the Le Garçon colorway, I believe. Max and Vincent were selling this on their website a while ago. And I know she's got a ton of other fades, and they look amazing. I would love to get some more, but they sell out so fast.
Yeah, I need another. I don't have any of this yarn. It's
and it's so soft
this year.
Yeah, so these, I mean, I've washed these a bunch, and I do throw them in the washing machine. Yes. We do.
Hi, Le Garçon.
Try. Oh yes, we do try to lay them flat to dry, but sometimes they find themselves in our dryer.
Very rarely do they.
I have to say, I love on this one. You could probably these socks you probably can see. I do like to add that little purl row. I don't know if you guys can see it there. Let me try to block Kevin's face. Yeah, there you go. So it kind of separates. It creates like a little separation there, and it actually hugs my leg a little bit better. But I talk about this a lot. These are superwash, and I think I did a Sockspiration heel on this.
Did you do the shadow wrap?
I think I did a shadow wrap heel. I can't really tell. The heel, I mean, the heel came out nice. There's no holes or anything.
I think it's shadow wrap.
It might be a shadow wrap heel. Fish Lips Kiss and shadow wrap are probably my favorites. I did a regular, rounded toe, but I just love the yarn. I love how it fades. What? Hi, American Le Garçon.
I can't.
So I do love how it fades together. And I think I did these toe up. Didn't I do these toe up?
Yes, because you want. I don't know actually.
I don't know.
No, I don't think you did because I don't think you would have done the pearl.
Oh, it looks like at my stitches. No, I did not.
No.
Do you know that you can tell your stitches if you've gone? Isn't that interesting?
That's why Arne and Carlos always says that
they like to have they like going
bottom up because
right. You probably are not going to be able to see this. So, do you see how the stitches make that like V, like a chevron, like pointed up? So Arne and Carlos, what Kevin's talking about is if you turn it upside down, it doesn't make a difference.
No, Ray doesn't know what he's talking about, guys.
No, but it makes like a smiley face. They say.
No, it's when you do color work is when you can see the difference.
Never mind then. Forget what I said.
With like the way that you're knitting.
Yeah. So anyway, these are my favorites.
I know, and I'm
72 stitches.
Super jelly because Max is doing the Curio socks by Andrea Mowry with that yarn. Yeah. And they're really, really nice.
They are. So there's some more that the yarn is definitely on our
that's
our must grab list of 2021. 22.
Yeah, we're like
where are we? 22?
We're 22 now. 2022.
2022. So love these so much. They're one of my favorites to wear.
And my next one is not going to be a knitting one, but I want to say hi, Caleb from Drowning in Yarn.
Hello, Caleb.
And this is now my new favorite app because Caleb suggested it, so we downloaded it. This is
Could you say that again?
We're not talking to you. This is the Good Notes app, and I have now started having all of my patterns in here. So I've created folders so I have mitts, sweaters,
you guys see
socks,
that we're propping up
shawls,
the camera on that box. We're so professional.
Hats.
So profesh.
So like in my a shawl in my shawl one. So here's a bunch of like all my PDFs saved in the shawl. So I really do. I like this. I'd started using books, but I've liked this way better than the books app. It does cost. It is Good Notes. Kim, I like it better. I take my patterns, download them from Ravelry into here because you can make notes on it.
Yes.
And Jackie, it's not specific to knitting. You can just store PDFs and create files in here, but it's just made a really good way for me to store them. And
I have it too. It is a paid for app.
Yeah.
But it's well worth it. I think it's only a couple of dollars. Because I was using Knit Companion. I know a lot of people were saying about that, but I have, just like Kevin, I have folders all set up. it just makes it so nice to be able to select.
Yeah, for me, it's my favorite app that I've used, and I've tried.
Yeah.
I tried Books and I tried Knit Companion, and I just didn't like them. There, Knit Companion, there's too much.
Mhm.
To be honest with you, this one it just made it really, really great for me. And obviously, with any whether it's iPhone or Android or whatever, it syncs between all your
Right.
devices. So that's been
Right.
very helpful for me.
I agree. I
Alright.
concur with your favorite.
My
And
next,
thank you so much for answering some of those questions. There were some questions about the yarn, and it is Denise over at Earth Tones Girl who does the Shadow Wraps heel. She's got a whole
yeah,
tutorial, and sock exploration pattern includes that, and some video tutorials and stuff.
and she did say too, it's not something that she came up with, the shadow
Right.
wrap heel. It's something that she found, and she just did some more like
Yes.
research on it. So it's just her version of it. It's
Absolutely.
not a technique that she created.
Correct.
Okay. So my next favorite is a hat. And hats are one of my favorite things to knit. This is one of my favorite patterns by far, which is surprising because it's all ribbing.
I know, but it fits so well.
This is the Hatch hat,
yeah.
Brooklyn tweed. It is knit out of Brooklyn tweed arbor.
Yeah.
So it is DK weight, and it just fits beautifully. It's really my favorite knit hat. I did one for Ray last year for Christmas,
Mhm.
and I loved it so much that I knit one for myself. I believe this color is Butte, if I'm not mistaken. And
It
it's
is,
just
yeah.
like Dawn, it's Good Notes 5 is the one that
Yeah,
we
Good
have.
Notes 5. Thank you for the
So
clarification.
it fits beautifully because of the ribbing.
Yeah.
It's to me, ribbing can be a relaxing knit, so it's relaxing. There's enough variation in the types of ribs that it keeps it interesting. And even though it's actually, I don't know if this is arbor. I feel like this is a fingering weight yarn. Let's pull up the pattern. I think I downloaded it.
It looks like it could be fingering.
Hats. I
Or
didn't.
DK.
I
No, it
didn't
might be
download it
DK.
yet.
No?
So I actually have
I saw-
yarn to knit another one, I believe. So I will definitely be making more of these. I think it's just such a great hat to knit.
Yeah, totally.
And I believe there's two lengths.
Oh, thank you. So the pattern calls for arbor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I wasn't sure. But
Thanks, friends.
You guys are on top of it.
Totally.
Today. We are not.
You guys definitely make our favorite list. All of you
Yes.
are. This has been incredible, and you are definitely our favorites.
That the hat pattern is Hatch. It is by Emily Green from Brooklyn Tweed.
She's a cutie.
It's not. This camera's not focusing today. Oh,
You have to cover your face.
There we go. So Hatch by Emily Green. I'm going to add this because I'll probably cast on another one shortly. All right, so that's my second favorite.
Okay.
What's yours? You have yours on your phone.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, this I no longer have with me. This I gave as a gift to my sister-in-law, and this is one of the first knits I think I did in 2021, and it is the Alaska hat. I am very, very proud of this hat.
So good.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Can you cover your face? I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know. Why do people cover their faces?
Because it's trying to focus on other things.
So this is the Alaska hat. I have to find the pattern. I did. I think I used Brooklyn Tweed.
You use Brooklyn Tweed Arbor and you use Freya
and Freya fiber.
Yeah,
Freya fiber something. It was amazing. And let me just pull up the pattern in case you all are interested.
It's such a good,
because there's a sweater that our friend Carrie knit. Remember?
Yes, Carrie did do the
Alaska sweater.
Yeah,
and it's by the same designer. So this is just called Alaska by Camille Decotu. I don't know.
Oh, look at you being all fancy.
I'm trying. Maybe you can see that.
Yeah, it's focused.
All right. It was so good. It was so easy to knit. I was very proud of myself. I've seen a ton of other versions, and there was one. Shoot, I just saw it the other day on Instagram.
I know, I just
and
saw
I can't
one too.
remember. It was like not monochrome, but it was like,
Was it just 2 colors?
yeah, it was just 2 colors, and it came out so nice. But I was very, very proud of that. I was very proud of the color work. And the way that the yarn just
Yeah.
lended itself to the pattern was perfect, because that Freya like did kind of like a fade almost,
Right,
and
right.
so it just all of a sudden halfway through the pattern it was just like boom, there it is.
And
It
that
was cool.
was we saw that at Knit New Haven.
Yeah, that was
in
a
those
sample at Knit
exact
New Haven.
colors,
Mhm.
right? So it
was close to it.
the Freya was
The Freya
the
I
right
got
one.
from there, yeah. But the I think they used like a different brown. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But it was close. What I got was very close.
All right.
So that's one of mine.
Almost Ray. Oh my, almost Ray. Day.
Where are you reading this?
Here, see?
Oh my, almost Ray.
Day.
Decoto.
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 You were close.
I was close. Darn it. I'm trying. I'm trying. Max and Vincent can tell you. Well, you guys, if you've watched, you could probably go back and see
What was one of our worst ones? We tried.
Every time. I think I was saying Les Garçon. I don't even know.
All right.
But anyway.
So
we were getting better.
Yeah. My next one, I actually don't know where the pattern is. So this is one of my favorite shawls. I really think I learned a lot that I'm a shawl knitter. Like that's probably my favorite thing to knit. So this is one of my favorites. I remember, we were talking last night. We were watching some of those documentaries. The girl who fell in the water. I was knitting this during that.
So Kevin and I were talking last night about, kind of like planning out like what are some of our favorites, because we've knit a lot of things, and I'm sure you guys can all relate to that. When you knit so much, like how do you have such a favorite? So then we were just talking about like remembering what was happening around you or in the world as you're knitting certain projects, and I couldn't really remember, but Kevin remembers.
I tend to remember quite a bit of them. So this one, Ray and I, early on in the year, we were watching some of the documentaries on Netflix. Like we watched one on, I think Night Stalker was one.
Yes.
And then we watched one about
I still think about that,
I thought about that too.
Because that's freaky.
And then we watched the one at the Cecil Hotel, which we didn't like.
No.
Hello, Paul Ply guys.
Corny. Hi.
And then there was somebody else I wanted to say hi from Phoenix.
Hello from Boston.
So this is my Paris Tajor shawl out of yarn that I dyed. It's the only thing I have that I've knit with yarn that I've dyed.
Yeah.
So this is a DK weight shawl. The yarn is like this beautiful
it's actually
blue
very large.
Gray. It is very large.
It still smells nice.
It is a really simple pattern, like super easy. So you just have some yarn overs, knit 2 togethers, and some garter stitches. It wears really well. I'm going to be burning up by the time this is over.
I know you got a lot of knits on. It's very warm here. It's 50 degrees. It's like springtime.
This I knit because I saw Aaron from Fiber Hustle knit this. And then the pattern itself on the pattern page had a guy
modeling
it. And then I was just like, oh, yes. So I made it, and it's one of my favorite shawls.
Yeah, it's one of mine too. So I have this on my to knit list.
Yeah.
I actually have the yarn and everything already in a bag, ready to go.
It's such an easy knit.
Yeah, it looks very complicated.
Once you from what I remember, it's pretty like the pattern itself is easy to memorize.
That's Paris to Shore.
Paris to Shore. And I don't know who
it's you just search Paris.
I'm gonna check. If it's a free pattern, sometimes I forget to put it in my I forget to put it in my library. Yeah.
Really?
It's really weird. It's the only time that I forget to do that. I'll pull it up while you speak.
Okay. What should I speak about? Do you want me to show you something, or do you want me to just wait?
No, keep going.
How about we break it up?
Stop. I found it. So it's by Isabel Kramer. And it is $4. How do I
That's
have it then?
easy.
How did I knit it? It's not in my library.
Sometimes you have to like resync things. Did somebody send it to you as maybe it was free and then it's no longer free and you never put it in your library?
I have no idea. Interesting.
Oh. Okay, well I'll be purchasing that soon.
Huh. Okay.
Yes, I have to knit that. Okay. I'll show a bag. Let's break it up a little bit.
Yeah. So here, before we go, I just saw a question. Would it be all right? Here's a couple questions. Would it be a good beginner shawl if you know how to yarn over it and knit two together?
Oh, Aaron said he got it as a gift for you, Kevin.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
Oh, that's sweet. Don't forget me, Aaron. I want one too. I'm just kidding.
No, I have it. So I don't know that it would be, I think it's an okay beginner shawl if you've never done a shawl before, because it knits up quickly because it's DK. And it's one color, so you don't have to worry about color work. So yeah, if you can make one, if you could do increases and then knit two together and yarn overs, you're good to go. And then Michelle took 4 skeins of my hand dyed.
Wow.
Yeah, it uses quite a bit. And then somebody had asked.
Yeah, Kevin M says Boneyard Shawl by Stephen West is great for beginners. It is. I think my very first shawl I ever knit was the Boneyard.
It is. So for me, we did the Boneyard together.
We did.
The only thing for the Boneyard that I found like that got to me is that there was so much stock in it that I didn't enjoy it by the end.
I bet now that you're much more comfortable purling and all that, that'll be.
No, that's too much. For me, that was just too much stock net, lengthwise.
Gotcha.
Pure Joy is a fantastic first shawl.
Yes, actually. That was my second shawl. Okay, so one of my bag favorites is this one that I've showed a million times, and I still cannot get over how awesome it is.
It's so stinking good. It's one of my favorite bags.
Anybody know who this is from? It's got pull handle or zipper pull, but it's on the thingamajigger. What's this called? You know that? So you can take this off and put it as a zipper pull, but I have a little gummy bear.
It's so good. Oh my God. It brings back so many memories.
The inside is really fun too. It reminds me of that like painting.
It's called a D-ring
stuff. A D-ring?
This right here is the D-ring.
You guys are great. Also, there's a yarn koozie condom cake holder thing and a needle koozie. And it's got hearts as the snaps.
Oh, I never noticed that. That's cute.
Yes, isn't it cute?
Yeah. And if you guys don't know, this is from Lila Styles.
This is from Lila Styles.
If you go to our previous episode, so episode I think 52, we do have a coupon code for Lila Styles in the show notes for our last actual episode, not our last live.
Yes, which was.
Oh,
So anyway, this is I've knit out of this a lot, and this is one of those that it just brings back so many memories every time. Like you got Transformers are up here. There's Optimus Prime. So good. Rainbow Bright.
So somebody just mentioned Fancy Boy Designs. So that is a perfect segue into one of my favorites.
It's like we paid you to say that at that time.
My Fancy Boy Designs Yoga Sloths. It's so damn cute.
It is very cute.
I actually have yarn in here, and I'm not sure it's to use it together, but I don't have a project in mind.
Oh, it's Zoe Yarns.
So I have Fiber Arts with my Zoe Yarns Paris in here. And I have 4 skeins of DK in here, and I have no idea what they're for.
So do you think that maybe you just put them in there so that you didn't have to put them on the shelf? You were just trying to clean up?
No, it's so that I could use it.
Oh.
They're supposed to be
So what I started doing is...
God, This is
I'll
my
show you
all right.
in a
So
minute.
this is actually my favorite.
That's bizarre.
This one right here is like my favorite pose.
Yeah, it's cute. He's
I just
so
freaking
fun.
love that.
Yeah, me too. Super duper cute.
Just such a cute bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2, 3.
Lori did win a prize from us, a bag from us.
Oh. Lila Style says, actually, the whole site is on sale because things are changing. Oh, I can't even wait.
What's changing? Uh-oh. Well, gosh darn it. We can't, now we have to buy
Lori
things.
won that bag. So that was we had one for our Let's Hear It for the Boys.
Yeah.
And that was one of the prizes.
I thought we also had something for our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't remember.
Not from Fancy Boy.
No?
No.
Okay. Next up, I'll do a knit.
Hold on one second. So Kim, there's no app that I know of to get Ravelry on your phone.
No.
So Ravelry, when we access it from our phone, we do it through Safari, and then we've been downloading the patterns to GoodNotes 5.
Yeah.
Just because for us they're easy to access. We also used the iBooks or Books app on iPhone to store our patterns in as well.
Right.
But there's no like Ravelry pattern app rather. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay. Next whip. No. Wrong show.
How many? I've shown 3 projects so far.
I've shown,
and I only have 5.
I've shown 2. I have 3 left to show.
Okay.
Okay. This one, the next 2 are shawls, and then I have something else. So this is also thanks to the boys over at Fiber Hustle. This is my Vertices Unite by Stephen West. They did a knit along for Chip's birthday. So I completed this around the first week in August. And a ton of you also knit this with all of us. It was one of my favorites, not only because I love the shawl, the yarn is great, everything about it I love, but I think the knit along itself was so fun just because so many people were doing it, and to watch people come up with their own colors, like especially Lisa.
I was just going to say the same
over
thing.
at 72 Stitches. If you don't watch her, she's got a podcast called Knit All the Yarn. She knits a ton of socks, and she just has this eye. We were talking about it the other day. She has this eye for like putting scrappy and colors together.
Yeah.
She made I think she made a few of these.
I think she did 2. At least 2 I know.
And she did these scrappy striped versions, which are just so much fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, the yarn I used for this was all Amanda Knits, and this was from her Harry Potter club that she did. And the club we didn't really know at the time, but they were all based off of dragons and dragon eggs.
Yeah.
And so it was really cool because I was able to use 100% of the yarn I used was her. And I love this because you have these sections that are just so fun. Like this is my favorite section, this blue. And then I love this stripe section here. I mean, it was such a fun knit.
I've knit 2 of those now. I'm going to knit a 3rd one this year.
Yeah.
Stephen West has updated the pattern. He has I'm going to say not updated it, but he's released a 2nd version of it.
Yes.
Where it's textured.
Yes.
So there's different stitch patterns in it.
So I enjoy the garter stitch. It feels very squishy, and it's very soft and drapey.
But I think I would like to try it again. And what I'm going to do is that we're currently getting the Amanda Knits Supernatural Club. So that's going to have 6 months. It'll have 6 colors in it. So I think I'm going to use that.
I think that's done.
No,
right? We got our last one.
No, I think we're either at 4 or 5 shipments because we've received Dean, Sam.
We have
car,
some sitting over there to show on our next podcast.
So we have 5. We've received the car, the demon dude, which I can't think of his name, Sam, Dean, and something else. We've received 5.
Oh, all right then. So
we should have one more, and I know exactly what it's going to be.
Happy New Year to Germany.
So So yeah, I'm going to do this again this year.
Yeah. So super fun. You've knit
Oh,
2 of these.
I've knit 2 of them. It's one of my favorite knits. I think a textured
Oh, Amanda
version
said
is
she's shipping the last 2 together.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be yes, Allie. Thank you, Crawley.
Oh.
So Crawley was one of
You
them.
guys are such a wealth of knowledge.
The last color or the last 2. Oh, so maybe we only have 4.
Yeah, we probably only have 4.
One of them I think is going to be Castile.
I thought we were done.
Okay.
So that's that. Oh, it's so nice.
Somebody asked
I
a
wish it was
question.
cooler because I would love to wear them, but I'm a little bit warm right now.
Somebody asked a question. I'm going to go back up and see that I wanted to answer.
Okay.
Oh, so Marion asked, if you need help, is there a podcast you turn to? I'm the only one who crafts. So I have 2 that I go to. Actually 3. So mine are Very Pink Knits. Drea Renee Knits.
Which is Andrea
Mowry and Stephen West. Those are my 3 tutorial people that I look for first. If I can't find it from the 3 of them, then I will try to find somebody else. But those are my 3 go-to people for tutorials.
Caleb has some really good tutorials from Drowning in Yarn. He's actually on here. At least he was last time I saw. He's got some really good tutorials. I know one of them is how to fix like brioche drop stitches and things, which was really easy to follow. We're not those people.
Yeah, I'm not a good. I could teach.
You're a good teacher
person. All right, so my next favorite's going to be a purchase that we made.
Oh yeah.
So these are my favorites because of, I don't want to say the models, but because of how these items are pictured.
They make it seem like it's accessible and easy to wear for everybody.
So these are 2 pattern books that we purchased from Yarn Barn in New Haven, or really, what town is that? Woodbridge. This is when we were doing our I-91 shop hop preview.
Yeah.
So this is the Rowan Homestead Classics. And then this is the Rowan Ocean Blue by Martin Story.
How cool would it be to knit that?
That's actually on. So what I loved about this
that's fun.
is that, again,
I can't look
we
like
talk
that?
about this often, is that it's really hard sometimes to picture how a garment is going to look if it's not on somebody who kind of looks like you or has the same body shape.
Sure.
So for me, it was great to see some patterns in here with male models wearing them. And there are things that I would wear myself, like that sweater I would probably knit.
Yeah.
So this was a good purchase. This has like 1, 2, 3, 6, 9.
You're counting by
This has 15 patterns in it. And then this one has some great, where's the sweater that? So, some mitts and a hat over here.
Lulu, we have not seen. I think we've heard about the new issue of Lina magazine, that it's all unisex patterns and stuff. But we haven't seen it. I have never actually seen one in person.
Here's a really great cabled and ribbed sweater.
Yeah.
That would be fun to knit. So yeah, this was just, it's nice to have some beautiful books, to some inspiration.
They're gorgeous pictures.
And some patterns that you would knit. So
yeah,
I definitely think maybe I'll knit that one this year.
Okay.
That's on my list now.
Yeah.
That's officially.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, this is a fun one too.
I like that. That yarn looks very soft.
Oh, this one. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if I knit this, y'all? Maybe I will.
That reminds me of like a throwback to like the 60s or 70s.
It's not the same, but it
pattern.
kind of, it's the one right here. It kind of reminds me of Chris Evans' sweater from Knives Out.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah.
That would be a hell of a knit. Oh my gosh.
I know. Those are some big cables. You're like 5 over 5 or something like that.
No, that's probably like 8 by 8.
Oh my gosh,
that'd be
huge.
A crazy cable. Okay. So what's that? Why don't you go with something of your favorites?
All right. Want to do another bag?
Yeah, go for it.
So this one
It's so good.
is so good, and I think this is Yarn Creative.
Yes.
This is Yarn Creative. This is a bucket bag that I love so much. It's got like pockets. I don't remember what I had in here. I love, so like my MO is to lay on the couch and I have my bag on the floor next to me. And any of the bags that can like stand up are winners for me. But the cool thing about this one is that it's pretty large.
Yeah.
And then it's got an interior that pulls out and has drawstring. So it's even larger capacity. And it's so much fun. And you have what's that pattern called?
Gingham.
Gingham inside. It's so well made. And this is Yarn Creative.
Oh my gosh. Kathleen bought one after watching the podcast. Hers is Witches Flying Over the City. And Angel,
Like this?
Yeah, Angel said I could have the sweater. She'll take Chris Evans. No, Angel. He's America's ass, right? He has America's ass.
He does have America's ass. So back to the bag. Nobody cares about the bag now after Chris Evans' ass that you're bringing into play. But it's got denim. Bottom. It's so well made.
Yeah, it's such a hi, Naughty Knitting Stacks.
Oh,
hello.
So I think that's all I have to say about that. Now I'm distracted thinking about Chris Evans.
All right, so my next bag. So here's one of my favorites. It's brand new from Whimsy Stitches.
It is
just because it has really cute foxes on
very
it.
Cute. It's so hard. All the bags are like our favorites. It's just so.
Well, I went through bags that we purchased this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Whimsy Stitches, Rick, who's just such a great guy to begin with.
We met him over at Rhinebeck.
Yeah, we met him at Rhinebeck this year. Mm-hmm. So nice. And I just love this. And Ray and I talked. I don't know when my obsession with foxes started, probably over the past couple of years.
I don't even think couple of years because I don't remember.
But I just love them.
Yeah.
Like so cute. Hi, Veronica. But yeah, so that is
super cute.
Yeah, and it's a really like the inside has some polka dots on it.
Yes.
This is what I was my Musselburgh hat was in here. So it's great hat size. A good sock size too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, Gilbert's here. Oh, says
excuse me, Chris. Look, we've been watching so many Marvel movies.
I know we have.
Recently,
it's been really nice.
And we just watched The Winter Soldier, and the scene when he's holding on to the helicopter in the building,
biceps are like,
and his arms are about to like rip off.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Okay.
It's not that type of podcast. So, Naughty Knitting Stacks, speaking of naughty things, also has some really awesome bags. There is, I believe there's a collaboration happening, which is not a secret anymore, between her and Nancy over at Trilogy Yarns. They're putting together some kits for a Advent.
Yeah. So Nancy's doing a
Valentine's
Day Advent. I think it's 12 skeins.
Yep.
With a bag. She has a limited number. So if they're still available, check Trilogy Yarn if that's something that you're into, and get that purchased before Valentine's Day. What is the yarn used in Kevin's sweater? This is Knit Picks Simply Wool Worsted in Wanda and Wadsworth.
Wadsworth and Wanda.
Yeah.
I think the Wadsworth.
Or Wordsworth and Wanda? Wordsworth and Wanda.
Who's Wadsworth?
I don't know who Wadsworth.
Whatever.
Let's see. So I'll do, I think I have 1, 2, 3, another knit.
Are we going too fast? I feel like our energy level just like spiked.
We're at
I think
44 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So my next one is going to be a shawl too.
Water in my life.
This is the Pierre Shawl by Stephen West.
This is beautiful too. This reminds me of like a coffee drink. I don't know why.
So this is another DK weight shawl. It's all knit out of Madeline Tosh Farm Twist.
Yeah.
It used 4 skeins in 4 different colors. So so one of these is like coffee grounds, foxtails, and I don't know the other two. Brenda, are you selling the shawl? No, I never sell anything that I know. This one is just such a quick, fun knit. You have like some ribbing. All right, so you have some garter.
Yep.
Some ribbing, some triangles, some more garter with some ridge, some garter bumps, stockinette with garter bumps, some more like seedy stitch type of thing, some ribbing, triangles, stockinette with garter bumps, and then this scalloped edge.
It's so interesting, like, oh, with his shawls, how many different stitch patterns he can put in.
What I loved about this one too is
This is actually pretty heavy too.
I've
Like,
never
it's
done this type of
substantial.
edge on a shawl. This is like a 1x1 rib on the edge of it, which was just really fun to knit.
You did
But
a
this
really
is
good job.
this is definitely one of my like favorites. I didn't know how the colors were going to go together, but I think that it just worked out really well.
Yeah.
And it's not too big, wraps up nicely. It's heavy, so it's warm.
It is, and it's really squishy.
Yeah, it's great pattern.
It's always good to make coffee colored projects, so when you spill down your front, it's not a problem. Truth. It's so funny. I was knitting. I don't remember what it. Oh, so next to my couch, we had a little Christmas tree. I don't know if we showed pictures or not, but it was like on the table, which I usually put my cup of coffee on. So the Christmas tree was sitting there, so I couldn't. I had my cup of coffee on the floor, and I like to keep my bag of yarn on the floor as well. And as I'm knitting, I had this like, oh crap moment that I just pictured in my head that the yarn was going like into the coffee, and then I was gonna like pick it up and knit, and it was gonna be coffee everywhere. It wasn't, but it just made me think of that. Anyway, sorry, that was.
And Diane said that Pierre is really good in one color. She did it for a shop sample for her local yarn store.
Oh, I bet it would be
in Malabrigo.
It would be very reminiscent of the Paris Tajor.
Yeah,
kind of. Okay, my next, I'll do one.
Oh yeah,
this one I love so much. It took me forever. This was I was a test knitter for this, and I failed totally.
Oh, you did.
But it was so it was nice. It was nice to do. I'm glad that I actually did it. This is the Opus by Maxim Cyr. It is absolutely gorgeous. The yarn is divine.
It's scrumptious
and so damn
delicious.
Soft. Mm-hmm. It is knit with Woolcott Yarns Opus. Let's see if I remember the colors. Gray. This one's ivy, this green. The purple is
eggplant.
Nope.
Purple.
Nope. Come back to that. The dark gray is Castle Rock. The purple is plum.
Oh yeah.
And it's, I can't even remember the name or the. Let me go. I think I have the. Hold on. Un momento.
What are you missing?
I have the yarn. I have all the yarn information. Because I'm going to use the leftovers.
Oh, look at you. He's so prepared. It's right down here. And it's rock. Look, so many people said plum. You guys are good.
You guys pay attention when we speak.
Hi, Valerie. See?
So it's 70% Falkland Merino, 30% baby alpaca is the Woolcott yarns.
And wasn't it like 100% awesome?
100% awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to knit more with this yarn more. So these are my leftovers. I don't know where my fourth color is. But I'm okay with these three. So I have these three colors left. Looks like gray, Castle Rock, and the plum. So I was thinking of making some gloves with them. We'll see what happens in kind of like the same type of motif. Uh-oh.
It's probably an end. You could just pull it through.
I hope so. Yeah. Ooh, that was scary. But I love this.
Yeah, it's a really
it's so good. And
it's so graphic.
Yeah, and I think it's cool because Max was actually saying, and you can see it on Instagram a lot, people have been using this motif or this knit, the pattern, to do a bunch of other things. Like there was a dog sweater.
The dog sweater.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
But I cannot say enough about this yarn and how soft it is. And my favorite part is the back. I think it looks so cool.
Back always looks good.
Yeah. All my floats.
Yeah.
So
it's a good knit.
It's a good knit. It was a really, really good knit. I'm so happy that I did it. I'm sorry,
you wear
Max,
that
if you're still here, that I failed at your as a test knitter of yours, but I'm happy to test any more of your patterns.
You knit that, or you wear that quite a bit.
I wear it. I do. And the more that I wear it, the softer it gets. It's so good.
The edging's really cool. I love with the two colors in the edge.
Yeah, it's neat
like
because and then that was another thing is when you bind off,
you bind off in color.
You bind off in the color so that it. Let me show you. So like, you can see how the colors shift and change. Depending on the row. And that happens as you're slipping those stitches throughout the pattern. But then when you bind off, you're doing the same exact thing so that it matches, which is really cool.
Yeah. And then we just got a question from, I'm going to say Steen Pearson. Do we use magic loop for hats and socks? So we use magic loop for both. And we also, for socks, use the short circular needles, 10-inch or 9-inch circulars.
I don't have a microphone down here, guys.
You don't.
9-inch circular needles.
And for hats, typically we would use a 16-inch fixed circular.
Yeah, I prefer fixed circulars until we get down.
And then I use magic loop to do the crown decreases.
Right.
Go ahead, somebody. Vincent, I'm using 10 inches.
I have 10 inches.
I have 10 inches that I'm using. I'm not really.
Wait till the next podcast. And
I know. Wait till the real podcast.
We'll whip them out.
All right, so I have another knit.
Okay, I have one more knit as well.
All right, so my next knit is the Volcano Trail.
Hold on, Dawn. I do have flexi flips. They are not my favorite. They're very, very, very sharp. And that's all.
Bye, Connie.
That's all I have to say.
So next for me is Volcano Trail. This is by Maxim Sear. This one is...
I love this.
So it's fingering held double. It's a fade. I know this is Amanda Knits and Hugh Loco.
Okay.
Are the yarns. These are Amanda from Harry Potter. And this one is Hugh Loco Pistachio. Same thing for this stitch here.
Vincent's looking respectfully. That's so funny.
So
not to make you uncomfortable, I'm looking respectfully.
What I love about this was the construction of this was so different than anything I've done before.
Yeah.
That it was such a joy to knit and to then put it together. And I think you can see there's some mattress stitching on this side of it. And duplicate stitch I've never done before. So this is a duplicate stitch. And it's my favorite color in the cowl anyways. So I'm really happy with that.
It's really neat.
And it wears...
Oh, I was going to put it on.
Really well.
Yeah.
It's just nice. Because sometimes you don't want a shawl. And you just need something to throw under a jacket.
Totally.
Head out of the house
or under
with.
Your Ivan.
And this uses 4 colors. 1, 2. Yeah, 4 colors. So it's a great like stash buster. I think it would be really cool if you had different. You could probably do this in as many colors as you wanted.
Right.
So I know that you knit each color held double with itself and then faded with another color. So just I don't know. It just like really, really
It's gorgeous. And I do love how it seemed like inside. So you don't have like the edging feels so good.
yeah. It's a
Yeah.
nice squishy, fun knit. So if you guys haven't knit this
Yeah.
and you like a cowl, definitely check this out because it's just a fun and I think it's a pretty quick knit if I remember correctly.
I feel like you did.
I
you got
really
through that
enjoyed
pretty
it.
quick. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Caleb. Yeah, this is just in this color
Bye,
here.
Candy. Thanks for popping over.
This pistachio from Hugh Loco is one of my
it's gorgeous.
favorite colors. It's really just such a great color.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, Max had his birthday sale. Lori just said she bought. We may have been guilty of buying quite a few patterns.
I think we bought
like 4.
Yeah, we got single malt. We purchased the new shawl that he did, right? I think we bought
what is that
4.
noise?
Yeah, I think we bought 4 patterns from him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do you have any more knits?
Yeah,
so those were my 5 knits.
So I've talked about this a lot. This is absolutely
Hi, Nancy.
one of my favorites. Hi, Nancy. Don't worry, you're all right. Always time for you. Should we stop and give you a minute to catch your breath and get a cup of coffee and stuff? No? Just kidding. This is my Ranger by Jared Flood. I feel like I've talked about this for years already, but it happened in 2021. It's a textured cardigan. I am so proud of this knit. I love the yarn. Nancy came on at the perfect time because this is Trilogy yarn. This is a one-of-a-kind colorway in non-superwash, 100% merino yarn. It is so squishy, so warm. I think I knit the 42-inch chest, which fits fine. My chest is on a good day, although like
on a good day,
not after Christmas and New Year's.
Let's not even
we
talk.
Probably packed on about 12 pounds a piece.
I definitely think I'm somewhere around there.
But I'm wearing sweats, so don't mind like what I have on below. But it is so good. It's
you wear that quite a bit too.
I wear this all the time. I wear this over a sweatshirt. It's like a cool hang around the house sweater. Or like even going out. I wore this to Rhinebeck. The texture creates like these elongated stitches, almost looks like a ribbing, like a 1x1 rib slip stitch type of situation. The way that you do it is definitely a little bit time consuming because there are slip stitches, but I'm really happy with the button band. It was pretty even. Yeah, all in all, it's like it's definitely it's super soft. So that's that.
And then I think I have one last.
Those are my favorite knits. I think.
Oh, I have one. Here's a favorite that I got this year. So this, guys, is a purchase from IKEA. This is like a little
$2.
backpack,
yeah.
Right. So super cheap. And I have all my well, not even all of them, but here's my needle sets and some stickers.
Yeah.
But I have like my needle cases in here. So, and it can also fit my Xiaogu set in here. So I use this just for my huge needle cases, keeps them all in one spot. So I could just go grab those. So this was actually really, really smart. And I took this idea from you because you have a IKEA bag that you
I had
used like that you got the year before.
Yeah. So I keep some of my needles and stuff in there, although I've changed the way that I'm storing some of that stuff. And then we have some other things coming in the mail that we'll see how well they work out for us. We'll hopefully have that by next week, maybe when we podcast again.
Let's see. Do you steal each other's projects? No, we actually don't. Any 2022.
I will wear. Sometimes I'll wear a hat of yours.
Yeah, like we'll wear stuff that.
I think that's what they mean.
But
But
Yeah,
I
but we
have
don't-
I've never worn his sweaters or anything like that.
Yeah,
But I'll
me
wear
neither.
like a hat or maybe a cowl or a shawl. I have one more thing to show.
So again, this is great. This is such a fun podcast. It's like a more affordable version of Oprah's favorite things.
Totally.
Some dream knitting. Okay, so dream knitting. Here's my dream knitting. Kind of, it's
I
to
don't know
knit
where you're reading
6.
these things.
So
That's fine. Continue.
we have a
Carry on.
chat here that
Great.
people like type stuff in
Good. Is that
while
how it
we're
works?
talking,
Okay.
and then I've been reading the questions.
Okay.
So I have a goal of 6 sweaters.
I feel like I need a glass of whiskey and like a cigar or cigarette or something. That's how I feel right now.
But my dream sweater, the one sweater that I need to knit this year, is my Once in Floral.
Yes.
That's my dream knit for the year.
Yeah.
It will be, my intention is to have it cast on probably the first week of March, so that I have some time to work on it. I would also like to do the Foxake sweater this year,
Yeah.
but 2 colorwork sweaters feels like it's a lot for me.
My colorwork sweater I'm going to do definitely this year is going to be the Mountain Mist. I think it's really cool by Tin Can Knits. And then I have some other. Actually, I'm going to show my next favorite thing because this has my next sweater project in it. This came from Always Queenie Believe. And I'm not sure if you bought this for me or if she just sent this
I think it was a gift.
to us as a gift.
Yeah.
But I love this bag. And especially now, this time around, it makes me feel really happy. It's got a rainbow zipper, and a Harry Potter zipper thing. Inside, this is actually not my sweater. So what I do to avoid what Kevin just had.
No.
It's my turn to speak.
No.
Yes, it's my turn to speak.
Oh gosh, go ahead, please continue.
What I have done lately.
Lately, like within the
Lately.
past week.
No, this has been since Rhinebeck because we bought with intention.
Oh man.
Anyway,
please continue.
So Kevin has a pile of yarn in his bag, 4 skeins of DK, if I'm not mistaken, and you have no idea what you were supposed to do with them. So anyway, I put the yarn in the bag, and then I put what it's going to be. I probably spelled that wrong.
I can't believe you would like to say that this is something that you do.
It is. I have done
No,
it.
it's not.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Since Rhinebeck, it's already been filled out.
That would be like me going for a jog right now and for 10 minutes and calling myself a runner.
I am a runner.
No, you are.
So anyway, this is one of my favorite bags. It's very, very well made. This is Always Queenie Believe.
Oh man.
Inside here is my yarn for my Paris Tajors, as you guys can see, that I marked already. It's got a zipper pocket inside. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then it's got pockets on the side with little grommet holes or grommets.
Oh my
And it's got a pocket on the outside. What is wrong with you? What?
I can't.
Kevin,
even.
if you go upstairs right now, all the bags that I have laid out, they all have these inside. Do you want me to go get some more?
No, please. Please.
Those are all of my favorite things.
I'm going to scroll up. There's a couple questions. So Kayla wanted to know what's our favorite yarn from 2021.
Jeez.
The
The Wolcott yarn was my most surprising to knit with. In that it was so soft and luxurious to knit with. I think.
I'm gonna go with a couple because
that's a hard question.
This is definitely one of my favorites, the knit picks. Because I think it's just a beautiful yarn. It was great to knit with.
Yeah.
I would love the solid colors and knit something with that. My favorite color of the year was definitely the pistachio from Hue Loco. Like my favorite yarn club of the year was the forest ones from.
Oh my God, Mysterious Forest.
Yeah, Mysterious Forest.
Well, it was that this year too? Was it the? Or maybe that was
Yes.
last
No,
year.
it was this year too. The
They do a good
no, it
job.
wasn't this year. I think last year was
Okay.
the other one. But one of the Madeline Tosh farm twist I thought was just really beautiful to knit with too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's so hard to choose. And then J- Joe, any goals for 2022? I think my goals are the same every year, but like knit wise, it's definitely to try some new designers. It's to finish some of my projects that have been
Yeah.
languishing, and to buy yarn with intention.
Agreed.
Let's see. Do you have any plans to do any historic or alternative methods of fiber work? Like, oh my gosh, I have this. I actually think I have something upstairs to do the now binding. I haven't done much research with it. I had chatted
I
when
don't
I
even know
was.
what that is.
It's like a knotting
Oh yeah.
with yarn. Somebody that I had chatted with when I was on Twitch, she was doing it. She used to post pictures. So let's see.
I really want to go upstairs and get all my knitting bags. Look at all these people. You're making me seem like I look at all these people making fun of you. Making fun of me.
Nobody's making fun of you. Stop, Susan.
I quit the podcast.
How many projects have you planned? Wait. Oh yeah, the bird clubs were some great
Oh my
colors
god,
from Savvy
amazing. They were
Skeins.
amazing. Yeah, they were very amazing.
What's our first cal for 2022? So I think last year we did like a spring cleaning one starting March. So that was to finish up any languishing projects. So I think we may do that.
Yeah,
again.
that one was really fun. I think a lot of people completed a lot of projects because of it.
Yeah.
You spend so much of this time like knitting gifts and toss the table.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I think we spend a lot of time like knitting gifts or feeling like those stress, like sometimes getting stressed out around the holidays, knitting some things.
Yeah,
so I
for
think
sure.
that what did we call it?
I think we call it
cleaning.
spring cleaning.
Yeah, I think we call it
or
spring
spring cleaning cal. We did
Yeah.
it from March.
Or was it make along?
Yeah, from March. I think we did March, April, May.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. How many projects have we planned on since October? I don't know. We actually were
Since
just
October. That's
so
random.
we actually both started notebooks where we started project pages, guys. Yes.
My first two projects of 2021 are on Ravelry. If you all want to follow me on Ravelry,
I've created project pages.
Don't know how long it'll last for.
4 projects, I think. I created project pages for. I have one project I just finished. I have 3 whips going. So I did that.
Yep. I have 2 whips going. I finished everything else. I actually started and finished a project that you guys haven't seen yet. So we'll show that next week.
Yeah, I have one project that I finished that you guys haven't seen. And I have 3 new cast-ons that you guys haven't seen that we'll go over next week. And somebody asked what our best needles. So that's such a personal preference. And for me, it also varies depending on the project.
Same.
And the yarn. My favorite interchangeable set is Chowgu. My favorite fixed needles are Addy.
Yep.
I think wood needles are great for slippery yarns like silk, or I think some alpaca yarns can be very slippery. And yeah, those are like
the Chowgu red lace interchangeable. I have, we both have the full set of 4-inch tips.
Yes.
The full, like the large ones and the small ones. I think it goes from like a US 2 all the way up through like an 11 or something like that. And then I have half of the small set of the 5-inch tips. So it's like the US 2 through I think US 8. We also have the Chowgu minis, the blue in the 2-inch and the 3-inch tips.
Yep.
Which are really good. So definitely the interchangeables are our favorite. I think those are our go-to for most projects for like shawls and things like that we're knitting. But you're right, 100%. I go, and I also use Chowgu 9-inch circulars for my socks, although we're using
We're using some Addy 10 inches right now.
These are like the easy knit ones, and we'll show them on the next podcast because that's what I have my project on.
Yeah, I also
Spoiler alert: my first project is a pair of socks.
My first my cast on. So we did.
Yeah, we did a New Year's cast on yesterday.
Yeah, we both cast on some socks yesterday with yarn that we got from Woolens and Ash.
Yeah.
So we'll show those next week.
But the Addy, I like the Addy Turbo. Is it Addy Rocket Turbo or something like that? Is my favorite fixed circular for like hats.
And I agree. I love the Knitter's Pride interchangeable, the Mindful collection. They do remind me
I
quite a
haven't knit
bit
with those
of Chow Goose. They have a very similar finish to them, and the cord is very similar to Chow Goose. So I do actually. I'm using them right now for a shawl. I have the 5-inch tips, which 5-inch tips on my needles I love for shawl knitting.
Me too.
Anything that's really large because it takes some of the weight off the cord.
Yeah,
and
it gives you
wrists.
more to grip and manipulate stitches if you have to do different things. I find that's easier as well.
And Valerie said sockhead or muscle burr. Sockhead. We were talking about this on Thursday night. I knit 2 of the muscle burr hats. And they're great because they're easy knits, right? They're mindless, but it's so much to knit for a hat.
Totally.
That I just don't see myself doing many of them.
I've done 3 of them.
Yeah, and I don't know that I would. I'm definitely not casting one.
And I've given all 3 away.
Anytime.
All 3 will be given away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cast any on within the next 6 months.
I mean, I would definitely do more of them. I would play around. I would definitely play around with the different weights of them.
I wouldn't do fingering again.
Yeah, I don't think I would do fingering again either. I would definitely try DK or a worsted maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Correct. I actually, that's a really good point. We did 2 fingering weight ones. I wouldn't do another fingering weight.
Yeah. Yeah. So the sock head, I haven't knit a sock head in a while, although my plan is to definitely do one, but to use more of a tonal because I'm finding that I'm not wearing my other sock heads that I've knit, the really fun ones. They're really fun to knit. And I love looking at them. I think the yarn is really nice, but for some reason I'm not not feeling like wearing them.
Yeah. And then, a couple questions I saw. How do you decide the size of the tips that you're using? So here's my tip for
here's your tip for tips.
For interchangeables. I always recommend if you're going to buy interchangeables to buy the 4-inch tips to begin with.
Yes.
Because those are made and give you the cord specifically for hats. So if you are a hat knitter
or a 16-inch circumference.
Right, 16-inch circumference, the 4-inch tips are always going to be the way to go for the first interchangeable set.
Right.
If you find that using those, that when you're knitting on a larger project, like a sweater or a shawl, there's too much weight on your cord, you can then buy just a 5-inch tip to knit with.
Yeah.
So I think 4-inch tips are hands down the best set to buy.
Right. Like we bought my mom for her birthday or maybe Christmas last year, a set of Chowgu interchangeable 5-inch tips. And that was after we had the 4-inch tips. I thought the 5 inches, because the way that she was learning and she was holding her needles, I was watching her knit and she kind of gripped her needle like a little bit more like this. And so I thought the 5-inch tips would give her a little bit more to like hold on to. And so when I was over at her house, I was trying to knit with them and I found that they were very comfortable for me too, which is why I ordered the 5-inch set. But then we were talking and I think she would benefit from the 4-inch tips a little bit more because she likes knitting hats.
Right. You can't knit a hat with a 5-inch tip.
No, the cord that it doesn't give you a 10-inch cord because you would need you would need a 6-inch cord in order to make a 16-inch circumference to do it. So that wouldn't work for her. So I think maybe I don't know if she's watching or not, but maybe her birthday or something. Anyway, that's a lot of talking. Holy cow.
How did our niece and nephews like the hats? So only one niece and one nephew have their hats because of COVID and us not leaving the house.
The other 2 are still packed up.
Have their presents here. So probably next weekend we'll be able to drop them off. But
But
our
our-
niece, the niece who has the hat, loves it.
Yeah, because we give, I think we've talked about this. We usually gift books, something to read, something to wear, or no, something handmade, something to hang on the tree, and something to play with.
Yes.
Is what they usually all of the nieces and nephews get. And so she was very into like LOL dolls and stuff. So we got her some LOL dolls and some fun books, and her mom texted us saying that she was much happier with the hat than she was much more interested in the hat, and she like tried it on a bunch of different ways, which honestly the muscle bro was great for a kid because you can wear it so many different ways and depending on their mood, and she was trying it out like that, so it was great.
And then I'm going to go 2 more questions. So one, have we ever used DPNs? Absolutely. That's how I first started knitting. I did my first pair of socks. I started on DPNs. I used to do my crown decreases with DPNs. I do find them fiddly, so I definitely lean towards Magic Loop in place of DPNs. And then I actually use DPNs.
I like DPNs for a crown of a hat. I really do.
Not I.
Yeah, I really like. I prefer them for a crown of a hat, but I'll use Magic Loop most of the time just because it's more convenient.
I do use them, however, lately for a tubular cast on. I find doing a tubular cast on easier on a straight needle. So I use a DPN to.
I may be doing that later on.
And then somebody said, catch us up. Kevin has COVID. I'm on the back end of it. It's day 14 today.
Yes.
So I tested positive the Wednesday before Christmas. Still have some symptoms, but slowly getting back to kind of normal. And Ray shaved due to COVID and the hospital. He had to wear the mask that like is fitting, so you can't have facial hair to wear that type of mask.
No, but I do. This beard. You know what? For all you fellas out there who have tried growing beards, do you find and that have shaved? Like I know Aaron grows a beard and then shaves it, kind of like goes through a cycle too. His beard looks really good this time.
He shaves for Halloween, and that's about it.
I thought
that's why he shaved this year, and last year he shaved for Halloween. But
doesn't he do like a no? Anyway, do you guys find that your beards are different each time? Because like I find that this last beard was much more like bushy, and I don't know if it was because of wearing masks all the time or what.
I don't know. I feel like this year my skin and facial hair has just been a little bit drier than normal. Also.
Maybe could be.
All right, so I think
that's everything too. We've had a really good year.
It was a good 20
ups and downs, but it was really memorable for us, especially on like the knitting and fiber related side of things. We got a chance to go to Rhinebeck this year, which was an incredible experience. We got to meet a bunch of you in person,
that was so much
which
fun.
was so great. We've met some really cool friends. We started our Discord. We did a lot this year.
It was a busy year.
Yeah, we did. In the summertime was great. We did the shop hop, which was a lot of fun. So we got to see some more of the yarn stores here in Connecticut.
We did the Etsy shop, which was amazing.
It was a great year.
It was a good year, just in general.
Yeah, and you guys have been
needles at the ready.
Yeah, you all have been so amazing. So you're definitely our number one favorite. So thank you. And I think that's it.
Yeah, and then next week we will be back with a regular podcast with acquisitions and some knitting. We already have
we have a ton of acquisitions.
We have a bunch of FOs. You have a bunch of FOs.
I have 3 FOs.
I may have 2. I definitely have 1 so far. So yeah, we'll be back next week with health-wise, hopefully
I feel great.
All good. Hopefully I'll be even better next week, but we should be back next week with a new podcast for y'all.
Okay. This has been we love our lives.
Yeah, we love doing the lives. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and thank you for chatting to each other in the chats. It sounds silly, but I do go back and try to watch these just so I can see the chat and like what we've missed. Sorry if we missed your questions, but thank you for them. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking and subscribing, all that fun stuff. And then you guys have been awesome.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a good week, and we will catch you guys next
Saturday.
week.
Love
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Bye.